here with Chris Walton.
How you doing, Ken?
Monsterpocalypse design team. He's the guy that creates all the art for the monsters, most of it, as far as I know. What we want to ask you today is a few questions. How did you get started as an artist, especially an artist in a game system like this, where you get to create some kind of fascinating stuff?
Well, I'm pretty lucky. I've got probably the coolest job in the world. I started out by being a designer for the miniatures lines for War Machine and Hordes, which are still game systems that I designed for.
Yeah.
While I was working on that, Matt created craziness that is Monsterpocalypse, and he sort of set the tone, and then he handed it off to me. So, you know, it's been a wild ride, but I've been with Privateer for, I guess, a little over 3 years now. So, you know, and just we're cranking out the cool monsters.
So you know, you're really enjoying your job. That's great to hear. I think that really adds a lot when somebody loves what they're doing.
Absolutely.
We're all excited about the art that we're seeing for the next set. How much fun was that to work with? You know, how much leeway do you get when they tell you, here's the idea that we have, run with it? You know, are you just kind of in charge of the pictures?
Well, there's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of collaboration. I mean, some of it is really free form. It's, you know, Chris, draw a cool monkey, and, you know, I do the best that I can. Other stuff, you know, Eric Yapel, the lead designer on the game, he'll come up with a new idea, and maybe he's got something really clear and specific that he wants to see, you know. So
he has that idea in mind.
Yeah.
You're the guy that puts it on paper.
Yeah. So it really runs the gamut. Sometimes it's going to be X, Y, Z, and boom, 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 right? Sometimes it's just total blue sky. Make it cool. So, you know.
So far, you've drawn, you know, a ton of monsters. What's your absolute favorite? Like, if you had to pick one.
Well, it's playing my hand a little bit, but we've some of the new stuff that's coming out for set 4, I am just in love with.
Yeah.
The Mole Men faction, the Subterran Uprising as it's called, I think has got some really, really cool big monsters, and they're my current faves. Back from that, I'd have to say that Tyrannix, the combiner for the pterosaurs.
I
love
personally
him.
like the art for him. I definitely enjoy the model that came out. He was pretty sharp looking.
I just like the idea of that little egg grow into a huge monster.
So once you got done, you know, drawing this stuff, I know that you do some sketches that are kind of the three-dimensional ideas, but when you see it go from paper to a three-dimensional model, what's that like? You know, how does that make you feel?
That's the best part of my job. I mean, you know, it's always cool to look at other artists who are like, yeah, somebody finally made a toy of my drawing. I get that every day at work.
Wow.
That's just about the coolest feeling there is.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, it's wild, and you get to work with some really talented guys that are able to pull that off.
So now we get to the part of the interview where I asked you to spoil stuff that you're not supposed to.
I think I just did with the Mole Men, right? So now I'm sure you got pictures of them already from the diorama.
We've got pictures of the Mole Men. We even got to pull out the monster and take a look at him.
Oh, cool!
Prize from the Masters event. We were pretty excited about that. What concepts are you working on maybe for sets in the future? Anything that you can say about that? Anything you can say about maybe Voltron? We've heard some rumors that there's, you know, a little bit of redesign going on.
Well, there really wasn't too much redesign. It depends on what you're going to be used to. The units that you've seen in Voltron, if you're a big fan, there'll be no surprises to you. If you weren't aware, then it's going to be a big surprise. The Voltron stuff is very, very cool. I think the biggest thing that I'm happy with there is that the sculptors actually based a lot of the design work on the actual toys.
That's really great.
So it is Voltron, no question.
Excellent. Can we look forward to a Castle of Lions that might, you know?
Maybe at some point.
All right.
Maybe.
Well, I think that's all that I've got for you now.
Okay.
Anything that you want to add about what you do? What you're looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to every day at Privateer Press. My big quote is that I get to draw badass dudes sexy dames, steam-belching robots, and buck-wild monsters for a living. So it doesn't get better than that.
Thank you very much,
So,
Chris. We
thank
really
you, Ken.
enjoy it. We appreciate you.
It was nice meeting you.
Very nice
Thanks
meeting
a
you.
lot.